guys, I am back. Yet another episode of Star Wars Rebels animated series. This is my reaction videos for pretty much Star Wars just alone. I don't do reaction videos for any kind of other movies or TV series, just Star Wars. I did start to try to do one for Harley Quinn, and then YouTube kept giving me a lot of shit about posting the videos, so I stopped doing it. But right now, I am on my 6th video of Star Wars Rebels animated series. And what I mean 6 is I've already got 5 already watched, edited, thumbnails done. They're already uploaded to my YouTube channel. All I got to do is hit public so the general public can see those. I'm not going to do that until I get all the way up to episode 15 of season 2. Once I get those 8 videos done, in which I only got 3 more to do. I'm actually working on 1 right now, so after this I have 2 more. Once I get these 8 videos, I'm going to release all 8 of them in one day. And just, you know, while people are watching those, it'll give me time to actually finish the remaining 7 videos of season 2. And I will be completely done with season 2, because there's 22 videos in season 2. But once I get that done and release those 8, it'll give me time to do the last 7, watch, edit, and get them out. And then I'll be on to season 3. You know what I mean? That much closer to the Mandalorian season 2, guys. And I really want to get to the Mandalorian season 2. But I do want to finish watching Star Wars Rebels. I don't care if the rest of this series has anything to do with the Mandalorian or not. I'm knee deep behind enemy lines right now, and I'm not about to give up. You know what I mean? I got to mush on. The Mandalorian season 2 will be there for me when I get there. And I haven't gotten anything spoiled yet. I've avoided spoilers at all costs, so I'm good. Right now, we're going into episode 13. And today is January the 4th, 2021, guys. Monday. Episode 13 is The Protector of Concord Dawn. The rebels seek permission to use a hyperspace route. So let's see what this episode is about, guys. In 3, 2, 1.
This is pure Colombian cocaine, ladies and gentlemen. Disco shit.
Hey guys, that's right, it's your boy Carolina Chris 26. The craziest, the wildest, deranged, erratic, unstable, unpredictablest. Wait, is that even a word? Reloading! And gamer. Cinephilia. Epicure, biophilia, and hey, just an all-about lovable person. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I got my pen to take notes throughout the video, so if you see me over here writing, I'm still watching the show. I'm just writing stuff down.
We got the supplies, but we were fortunate to get away. The Empire's making our travels around the Outer Rim tougher all the time.
Yes. We need a new hyperspace route in and out of the local sector.
Years before the Clone Wars broke out, the Mandalorians were already at war with each other. This group called themselves the Protectors. They like to make up their own rules.
Protectors.
Familiar?
So we go in with strength, scout the system for defenses to see what we're up against.
To grow the rebellion, we need friends like these Mandalorians. We could have our root and a powerful ally as well.
So they said this is a group of Mandalorians called Concord Dawn, or they're called the Protectors is the name of the group, and
Today for once.
the Mandalore has been taken over by the rebellion, so they're trying to figure out who is the Protectors loyal to. You know, and it's probably a good chance that they're loyal to the Empire if the Empire is pretty much controlling everything that they have.
We come in peace, Protector.
Peace? That's not a word I hear often. State your mission.
We request safe passage through your system.
Well, it depends. Who is asking?
Those who would stand with Concord Dawn against the Empire.
So you're the rebels I've heard about. How unfortunate for you.
You haven't heard what we have to say.
I don't need to. Out here, I act in the name of the Empire.
He said, I ain't got shit to say to you, girl. We hooked up with the Empire, man. I ain't messing with no rebels. Damn. Ah, dude, he's killing them left and right. Hera's gonna try to be the savior again, man. God, I hope this works. those ships are tight, man.
Sabine, what happened? Where's Aaron?
She was right behind me. Kaden, we didn't have a chance. These Mandalorians work for the Empire too.
How did she even go through hyperspace completely destroyed? I don't understand that.
But she requires rest.
This is my fault. I shouldn't have left her.
There's nothing you could have done. I'm just glad you're both back in one piece. Commander Sato wants the details on what happened.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay.
Ben Rao, the protector of Concord Dawn. That's who did this. That's who we're up against.
Rex, does that name sound familiar to you?
It sure does. Ben Rao was a fighter pilot instructor for the Grand Army of the Republic.
Ben
He also
Rao.
served
At the Battle of Megiddo. I know.
Battle of Mike Guido.
That was a long time ago.
I believe I can.
We can take up.
I swear I be trying to write as fast as I can, man. My handwriting looks like crap by the end of the episode.
I approve.
Well, I don't. This is a solo mission and I'm taking it. I'm already one man down. I won't risk anyone else.
Kanan, I know the Mandalorians. You need me on this mission.
Yeah, I mean, Sabine does know the Mandalorians, dude. Duh. Kanan's going on a mission to try to convert him over, though, but I don't think that's going to work, man. These guys seriously just wiped out there. I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to work. Sabine ain't going to let this go, man. She's going to find a way to get her get back.
Hear you, and yes, I know what I'm doing. Just program the network.
Dude, look at that planet. It's got like a hole blown out the asshole of it, man. Maybe that is the asshole. I don't know, bro.
What do you mean, just ask her?
He means I'm standing right behind you. Jam those scanners.
What are you doing here?
You must be pretty distracted not to have noticed I stowed away. So, what are you really up to?
That's pretty cool how you can just leave Chopper in the plane and just have him as your chauffeur. Stand by, brother. When we call you, come pick us up.
Well, what are we up against?
Dude, I want a Mandalorian helmet so bad, bro.
But they're spread out, so it's gonna take me a while.
Or I'm assuming that's what you call it, but that's what I call it, so I don't care what it is. I call it a Mandalorian helmet.
See the Mandalorian accepting the credits? That's their leader, Fen Rao.
Here's the payment for the next rotation.
This arrangement is working to your benefit. I encountered a squadron of rebels.
The rebel fleet.
Not an entire fleet, a couple of fighters. But my men and I took care of them.
If they return, be sure to contact us.
Pretty bold to sneak onto my base. I'm gonna assume you're one of those rebels I dealt with earlier.
That's a pretty good guess, but not the entire truth.
I don't recognize you, so before I gun you down, why don't you tell me what you want?
In fact, I came to thank you. In the Clone Wars, you fought in the third battle of Megiddo. And I was there.
You're a survivor.
My master, Depa Valaba, and I were pinned down, trapped by droids. You and your Skull Squadron flew into the Separatist fire over and over to cover us. You saved our lives.
What's that?
Sabine trying to sneak around like a little ninja.
Where did you steal that armor from, bounty hunter?
Bounty hunter? Not really. I forged this armor with my family.
Family. That's a bold claim. What's your house?
I'm Clan Ren, House Vizsla.
House Vizsla? She's Death Watch. Traitor.
My mother was, but I'm not. I came here to settle a score, and I invoke the code to seek justice through single combat.
You can't possibly believe in the Empire.
I believe they have the strength to defeat you and the resources to back it up. Why would I fight the Empire when obviously destroying you is so much easier?
I thought you'd never ask. I call out you, Fen Rao. You're gonna pay for what you did to Hera.
So Sabine has invoked the code to combat, and she's House Vizsla, which I know Sabine's house, the Mandalorian on Vizsla, I can't remember his name, but he was actually one of the first Mandalorians that became a Jedi. Oh, dude, it's like a straight up Western gun battle here.
There are alternatives to killing.
Damn, what?
We are still not killing anyone.
Love making this hard for me.
Finn Rao said, keep them occupied. I want them to watch their fleet get destroyed. So he's about to take off and go destroy the rebel fleet. Dude, if he takes off into the atmosphere with Kanan on his ship, and Kanan will die for sure.
You don't think we can't win? All right,
Oh, wow. Nice move by Kanan. Oh my god, dude.
You're kind of frightening.
Just answer it.
Sir, are you alright? We're marshaling our reserve starfighters for pursuit.
Stand down. There's no need.
But sir, if the Empire finds out about your capture,
You're not gonna let that happen.
the rebels...
Till I give the word, there is to be no mention of the rebels. And their ships are to be granted safe passage through our system.
Make a habit of rescuing people. The last thing Rao wants is Imperial ships all over his territory, and that's exactly what he'd get if they found out he was our prisoner.
Kanan, Sabine. Hera wants to see you.
It was better than the alternative. We're not at war with the Protectors. There was no need to take their lives if we didn't have to.
Sabine, you're sounding more like a Jedi than a Mandalorian.
Well, I guess I've just been raised right.
The beginning of the episode, they're trying to get these hyperspace routes so the rebel crew can go through, but come to find out the hyperspace routes are ran by a group on Concord Dawn, these group of Mandalorians called the Protectors, who are led by a badass pilot called Finn Rao. Hera and a group of pilots try to go through that route, you know, to kind of go meet them and kind of maybe talk them into letting them use that route, maybe convert them over to the rebel side. Man, they take out like, I want to say 3-4 of the rebel ships, like easily. And I mean, these protector ships are like, dude, the wings like spin around, and man, when they get going, like beep, 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 and when the wings start spinning around, they're shooting is sick. Hera gets messed up bad. She saves everybody else and lets them get through to get back to the rebel squad, but she gets destroyed. And she comes through hyperspace with her ship completely blown up. I'm trying to figure out, did she go into hyperspace right before her ship blew up, and it blew up going through hyperspace, or what? Because I don't know how she was able to jump to hyperspace where her ship pretty much destroyed. It probably got messed up before she hit hyperspace, and then through hyperspace, you know, that speed probably just destroyed it even more. Sabine wants blood. She wants blood, man, you know, and Kanan wants to go through. He tells Commander Soto that he's going to go through and kind of destroy the ships, you know, that way they can't take off and then they can get through the trade route. His real goal is to get to the planet and maybe convert some of those Mandalorians over to the rebel side. And in the beginning, they're like, well, Mandalore was actually conquered by the Empire. So it's possible they could be working for the Empire. Come to find out, they are working for the Empire. Sabine stowaways on the Phantom when Kanan goes to the planet, and she pops up, and while she's scanning them from a distance, she sees them taking money from an Imperial lieutenant or admiral. Well, no, I don't want to say it's a lieutenant, or it could be, and that is an admiral. You know what I mean? But it's definitely a officer of the Empire. He's actually receiving payment. He lets the Empire know, the Empire soldier or military person know that he ran into some rebels. They said, well, if you see any more, let us know. He's like, oh yeah, we took care of them. Kanan sneaks into the base, and come to find out, Finn Rao is eating a bowl of something or another. And when he walks in, he's like, very, very sneaky to sneak onto my base. I take it you're one of the rebels that I encountered earlier. And he's pulled out his gun. He said, before I shoot you, he's already got the gun under the table ready to go. This guy is very, very on his game. Kanan sits down and lets him know that he remembers him from the third battle of Megiddo, or third battle of Megiddo. Kanan remembers him and his master Deepa Balava were actually pinned down, and they came through and kind of helped him out a lot, you know. And he says, "Oh, you're one of the survivors then?" He's like, "Yeah." While he's doing that, Sabine's out there placing bombs on the ships, but she hits her head on the bottom of one of the ships, and the other pilots hear her, so they surround her, and she pops out, and they're like, "Where'd you steal that Mandalorian armor from, bounty hunter?" He's like, "Bounty hunter? I forged this armor myself," and you know what I'm saying? And they're like, "What house are you then?" She's like, "Well, I'm House Vizsla, and I invoke the code." And they're like, "Oh no, she's Death Watch." Sabine's clan is called Clan Wren, and she's House Vizsla. But House Vizsla, I do remember that name because first name starts with a T, Vizsla. But I know he was the first Mandalorian that became a Jedi. Tar Vizsla. Yeah, Tar Vizsla was the first Mandalorian to become a Jedi. Tar Vizsla. Tarre, I believe is how you spell the name. I do remember reading up on it. She invokes the code, and with her, and she has to pick one of the members of the squad to fight to the death. She picks Finn Rao, and they get ready, and they have this like Western style gun battle, like hands on your hip, you know, snake eyes, get ready to draw. Kind of a gun battle at dawn, you know, in Western days or something. She shoots Finn Rao's shoulder or whatnot, and he drops his gun. And then she kicks her helmet up, and then puts her helmet on her head, and then she says there's other ways. And then she hits both buttons on her wrist pads, blows up all the ships except for Finn Rao's ship. And Finn Rao says, "Keep them all occupied while I destroy their fleet," so they can watch while I destroy their fleet. He goes to go for his ship. Kanan runs out there and jumps on Finn Rao's ship when Finn Rao takes off. And he's in the air, and I'm figuring, like, dude, if Finn Rao gets into the atmosphere, Kanan's dead for sure, because you can't breathe in space. I don't think a Jedi can breathe in space. They're in the air, and Kanan's steadily trying to, you know, not fall off the ship, and he gets right on the front of it, and he looks at him, he's like, "Go." He puts his lightsaber right above his cockpit through the outside of the canopy of the shield, you know, where he's sitting in the seat. And he hits the lightsaber, goes right through the dash of his control panel, destroys the ship. So the ship's in midair, he can't fly. And he pops the canopy of it, knocks Finn Rao out, throws him over his shoulder. Sabine and Chopper show up with the Phantom. He dives into the Phantom with Finn Rao on his shoulder. They kidnap Finn Rao, take Finn Rao. Finn Rao gets a call from his men like, "Sir, are you okay? Are you okay?" He's like, "Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm okay." He's like, "And the rebels?" He said, "Look, there will be no mention of the rebels. Do not say nothing to the Empire, and give them safe passage through our system." He gave them safe passage because Kanan kidnapped them. He says, "Look, they get back to the ship, the command ship." He's like, "Look, just because I'm helping you don't mean we're friends." You know, basically because he kidnapped them, he kind of helped them. And if he didn't help them, and the Empire found out that Finn Rao had been kidnapped, the Empire would be all over his system. And I guess they don't want that. They don't want the Empire being all over the system, occupying their space. They want to be able to control their own area. You know, if they get the Empire all up in their business, they can't, you know, then it's not going to be theirs anymore. It's just going to be the Empire telling them what to do. I think the way they got it is the perfect setup, you know. They get a nice little chunk of money from the Empire, and if he can convert them over to the rebel side, plus they work for the Empire, but I don't know if that'll happen. I mean, I don't see it happening, but you never know, dude. I mean, they have Finn Rao now. What's his men going to do? They're just going to sit back and just, like, you know, let him go off. And I don't know what's going to happen after this with Finn Rao, but we will find out hopefully in episodes to come, guys. So I really appreciate you guys for coming through. I hope I really broke it down because my notes are like all over the place, dude. And Tar Vizsla, I kind of remember him from when I had read up on the Black Saber, and his name had came up, and it was kind of cool, man. You know, a Mandalorian was force sensitive and became a Jedi. I don't know a lot more about Tar Vizsla. I'll see what I can find out, though. You know, because sounds like a cool character, though. 2 more episodes to go, and I will release all 8 episodes of Star Wars Rebels animated series. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. Let me know what you think, what I said. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe I missed something. Because I know guys are pretty good about kind of schooling me on stuff that I may have seen but didn't see. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you guys' support. For everybody that watches my reaction videos, I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Stay safe. God bless, and may the force be with you. Peace.